Okay, welcome back. It's going to be one of my last builds for this year. Well, I say that every time, but it is what it is. This is the last case I have, the last motherboard I have, the last of many things for now. But I've been wanting to put this together because it's going to be a budget build, I think. The case itself is a Perfect Systems. Okay, so let's look at what we've got here. A floppy drive. There's a hard drive inside. Now, what's interesting about this case is that, it's in decent condition, I guess. There's some scratches on the top here. I probably have to take some baby wipes to this all and get all that crap off. Got a little scratch there on the top. And this side here has a scratch there. The interesting part about this is this is a Robertson, number 1. That is just there. Right? I've never seen that before. I don't know why it is like that. But this is the case that I have, and this is what we're going to be building. So let's first take that off. Oh, actually, looks like it's already kind of opening here. And another thing that's strange is that the screws at the end, there are 3 of them on each side. These are all also Robertson, but these are number 2. So that's kind of weird. I don't know why it's like that. But yeah, this is the case. So let's have a quick look inside. I don't know how dirty it is in there or what. Let's put these non-standard Robertson screws somewhere else. Oh, that feels a bit rough. Oof. You need to deburr that or something. That'll get you. So what do we have inside? Looks like there's mounts up at the top here. So this thing had a full-size motherboard in it. Oh no, sorry, I'm sorry. This is the. Let's get that I/O shield out of there, can we? Or is that just like part of this? That's just part of this. That's just the case now. Okay, no, it came off. So we don't need that. There's a hard drive in here. It's like an 80 gig or 40 Western Digital 80 gigs IDE. There's a floppy drive in here. I don't know if it works. Got some I/O headers. Looks all right in here. I mean, it's not great. There's a bit of rust at the top there. No, nothing crazy. Tiny little PC speaker. That's cute. Okay, so let me go get some baby wipes. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, got some baby wipes here. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I have no idea about the history of this case or where it came from. This is literally just stuff I've been carting around for years, if not decades. So, it's an ATX case, and it's in decent shape. We'll do a little budget build here. This is just all the stuff that I have left over. We're going to build the system out of it. Let's move that. How can we do this? I think that's okay right there. Okay, good. Let's actually tighten it up a bit. Oh, I can't. Okay, so that's a lesson right away. Okay, well, that's fine. Right, so for the power supply, we have this lovely MyTech switching power supply. DC output is 200 watts. Is that going to be enough for this? Well, I guess we'll find out. But it is a Compact Computer Corp. B9054. Maybe that's a build date. It's pretty robust. It feels good. Minimal dust in there. I do have another one. I have a nice 400 watt power supply. If this proves to be too low, we can use that one. But I'm not going to do that on this live feed because I know the fan on that one is not good. And I don't want to be replacing it. So live, anyways. I mean, I will obviously replace it, just not live. That's boring. Yeah, so there's your power supply. For I/O, we're going to try this out. So there is either a Microsoft USB. Since this is going to be a DOS machine, I'm going to obviously run it through one of these PS2 adapters. And that way, we will have true DOS compatibility. If this doesn't work, it's a standard laser mouse here. If that doesn't work, then I have this beautiful Dell by Microsoft. Real PS2 mouse. It's black. I mean, it's gonna the LCD that's gonna go with this is also gonna be black. So I don't know, but I find these are really good. And this is a ball mouse. Ball looks pretty clean. How are the rollers? Bad, actually. No, this is great. There's no residue on them at all. I mean, I'll take a Q-tip or a baby wipe to it. That's fine. But yeah, this is the alternative. This is what we're going to be using a mouse for. Again, I'm not going to be installing Windows 98 on this live because that's boring. And for a keyboard, we have a monorail. With a nice big orange. Oh, gee, I always want to take that off there. Model number RT2158TW. PS2 keyboard. Monorail. Mono means one. Rail means rail. I have to clean it up a little bit. There's some gunk there. A little bit there. Doesn't seem that there's a bird's nest of DNA hiding, although I might have to clean that up a little bit. But I know this keyboard works, so we'll clean that up off cam, obviously. And on to the main event, I suppose, is what are you going to be using for a motherboard combo? So we have this, which is a 433. Okay, so already my title is wrong. My title said 450. But this is a 433 socket adapter with I mean, there is a cooling fan on here. I know this works because it does post, as far as I've tested this. And then for a video card, so what kind of motherboard is this? This is an Asus P3V4X. So yeah, it's a decent board. Yeah, it looks all right here. Yeah, there's the IDE controllers here, floppy there. This is the front panel. I don't have I had the paper, but I think I lost it. There's no CMOS battery, so I'm going to have to put one in there. And there's a video card, so let's have a look at the video card. This is my postcard. I'm going to keep that in there. Since I'm already reaching over here, this is going to be the CD-ROM for it, a LG 523252. This has been tested. Looks okay. Okay for reading on November 19th, 2020. So, I mean, I'll test it again. June 2004. So this is a bit newer than the rest of the build, but it's what's on my desk. Again, and this is a budget build. This is going to be basically what do I have left over that I can build a system out of. But it'll be thoroughly tested. And as for the video card, it's an AGP V3800, 32 megs. Oh, so this is actually pretty good. I mean, for the time, I guess this is like what, 99, 2000. I mean, it's a Celeron build. I remember my friend in high school getting one of these to play Halo. He got the Mendocino 433, which I believe actually is what this is. Did have some cash on it. So that one, I said, like, hey, man, you can overclock the shit out of this thing. But he didn't want to, even though I worked in IT at the time. Yes, in high school, I already had a job at a computer store. Not selling stuff at Best Buy, but like putting stuff together. Legit stuff there. I'm still doing it now, as you can see. So, yeah, I mean, it looks in great shape. There's no capacitors on here that are leaking. And I know this works. This is pure on it. So it's pure. It's 100%. This is pure Asus. Pure Asus. So it looks like it's going to be an Asus build. And for sound, oh, I'm waving the video card around. I did pull out a, where did I put it? I think I might have left it in the crawl space. We'll worry about that later. But it's going to be a Sound Blaster 4780, CT 4780 type contraption. And that's, if you install the right drivers, it has very good DOS compatibility, and it will work. I've had nothing but great luck with these cards, and they're relatively cheap to source as well. So that's that's what we're gonna do. So first things first, we need to get some power up in here. So let's do that. First of all, before I mount this bloody thing, yeah, okay, the connector is the right type. Sometimes they're wider and you got to cut them off. Okay, it goes in something like this. Yeah, okay. So those holes line up. Okay, this case is, like I said, this case is weird. Like, I've never seen, like, that just looks like a drilled out hole there. But, I mean, whatever. It's how it came. It's how it came. So, let's look for some proper screws. Hey, you know what? I'm wondering if it's compact. I could use these special compact screws. You know, the ones that have a slot in it, but it's also a hex. Torx or something like that. If I can find 4 of these, and then we can. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so I got 2. There's got 3 and 4. Okay, wow. I don't even know where the hell these came from. Do I have a flathead here? I do not. But I have one of these, and I'm gonna just, yeah, that'll work. So let's put this power supply in place. Hardly a screwdriver. This is a pry bar. I was watching actually Adrian's Digital Basement, and this is what he used to take out an ECV20 chip, I think, from one of his builds. And when I'm not streaming these, I find it very relaxing to watch Adrian build stuff, or at least listen to him build stuff, while I myself build stuff. So, yeah, he's got a way better setup than I do. But the passion is still there. For me, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. But, yeah, okay, so that's loosely in place. What do we got for power here? We don't need much. We have floppy, a P6 and a P5, and the motherboard connection itself. Okay, so speaking of the motherboard, let's go ahead and put that in. I gotta get a battery. Again, these are live streams. I don't do, I mean, I minimally prepare for these things. So, let's at least put this I/O shield in. What a strange I/O shield. What? Oh, yeah, like that. And then that clips in there. Wait, hang on a second. How does that even compute? Do I have to push this out through it? Oh, no, the motherboard will rest against that and then push that through. Okay, I'm going to go get a CR2032. I know I have hundreds of them somewhere. Dozens. 3. Okay, I got one. There may be coughing fits. I'm going to try to avoid them, but if they come, they come. I have received some ridiculous, I don't even know what it is. Well, it's obviously bacterial since they've given me antibiotics. But, yeah, holy crap. This is actually worse. I wouldn't say worse than COVID, but it's on par with COVID. Jesus. Okay, so where are these mounts? We got some here, we got some there. I think this is just going to be a standard. Push this up against here and screw it down kind of deal. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Okay. The problem with this is I don't have the diagnostics ready for, not the diagnostics, the diag sheet with the what am I trying to say here? The header panel. If there's unnatural pauses, that's because I'm probably trying to combat a severe cough attack. So just the narration kind of is weird. That's probably why. All right. All right, is that one's going in? Okay, good. We've got one. IO shield is holding. Okay, I'm gonna just put 2 in for now in case I need to remove this. Like, I know this board works, but it's also, 25 years old, 27 years old at this point. So it could just be like, yeah, I'm not. So I'm gonna put a couple screws in to ensure alignment. This is not magnetized. Oh, we got some RAM in here too. I forgot to mention that, but yes, there is RAM on this. Don't know how much. I have no idea. 2 sticks of something. These screws do not want to hold it down. Are they the? Oh, they're the thicker screws. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's good to know. Okay, so let's put just this one in. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Good. So now let's connect stuff up. We're going to connect the power from the power supply. Now, how are the caps? Good. I mean, maybe this is a pre-cap blight board. I'm not sure, but it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Nothing's bulging. That would suck. That would be the end of the video at this point. I'd be like, well, I mean, I'd probably just put it together anyways, and show that it works. But then I'd have to take it all apart again and then redo the caps, which is a thing. All right, AGP video card. Good. That aligns nicely. I'm not going to put any sound in it at all right now. All I'm going to do is connect the I/O. And I don't have a floppy cable. Okay, I'm going to have to go get those as well. Well, let's at least connect the power to these things. I'll get that CD-ROM. Where is it? Here. Nice. Looks like there's a slot for it here. Oh, since I'm already doing this, I'll set this to, this is a slave. Okay, good. I like to put everything on one channel for these builds. Don't have to go for IDE cables like a madman. Okay, so that's that. Okay, don't have an IDE cable, don't have a floppy cable. I do have them, but they're just not here. Oh wait, this is actually coated here. Look at that. I can put speaker. So speaker will go here. Then beside that I have key lock, power LED. Oh, I need a flashlight or a phone or something. Didn't prepare anything. Reset. I'm gonna just poke around with a screwdriver. And some of those things will turn it on. Okay. So things are connected. We have power. We have a motherboard. We have a video card. And, well, let's plug it in. For now, I'm not going to worry about the mouse. That IO shield looks good back there. Yeah, nice. All right, connect the monorail keyboard. So we have into orange. This is what compact used to do. Which keyboard? Purple. Yes. Okay. And let's connect some video. Is that video visible on the camera? It is not. So we're going to move that over here. Give it some power. Connect. Okay, so I'm going to poke around with the screwdriver here. Here, I'll just bring the camera back down to this area of the build. Yar! I don't know what I'm doing. Key lock. Let's just try a bunch of stuff. Oh, something happened there. You know what? I can just punch up the schematics for this thing real quick. It's an Asus board. Asus P3V4X. Manual. Okay, looks like I already watched it. Link is purple. Come on. Well, that's taking a long time to load. I feel like I'm back in 1997 with a V32 modem. Okay, well, while that's loading, just double check everything. Does this actually have power? No. Yeah, it does. Okay. What's this adapter down here? Oh, Technics. That's for those speakers, which I have to fix. Dear Lord, come on, man. Can we get this PDF? I started again from scratch. Okay. I need a number of things. While this is loading, I'm going to get a IDE cable and a floppy cable. I shall return. Hey. That's still loading. Oh my goodness. All right. Behold. Actually, let me see what I'm beholding. Where's my live stream? It's over here. Ah, yes, you cannot see that because it's off the screen. So, yeah. There's my bucket of cables. Got an Asus. Oh, it's just everything's turning out the Millhouse, man. Got an Asus cable here. And then let's see if I can find an Asus. Oh, that's another floppy cable. Do I have an Asus branded IDE cable somewhere in here? Well, I need a dual header. Do I have an 80 pin? Does this thing support PIO? I'm not even sure. Well, we'll try that. Is the camera pointing in the right direction? It is this time. Okay. Pin 1 will go towards the power supply of the floppy. That is in. Where does it reside on the motherboard? Here. And pin 1 is. I need a flashlight. Pin 1. Okay. But this is all folded up. Pin 1 is here. Okay, let's try that. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Well, that's in. Oh, no, these are keyed. And I think that's actually okay. All right. Secondary IDE, primary IDE. Okay, this looks like it does support the 80 pin, which I will give it if it stands ready to receive it. Should be. Well, this is just nonsense. Okay, why you do this? Still trying to get that in there. What? Something bent? Did they pull this out somehow? Related? That one looks smaller. Oh, there's some questions. Holy shit. I haven't just looked at the thing right now. What are some of the questions? Hang on. Can we just please stop, close? Yeah, okay, what do we got here? Did it have a graphics card? Keep going. Yes, it does have a graphics card. Yeah, it's it's in the computer right now. Sorry, I don't know when that question was posed. The graphics card. It's also an Asus. AGP V3800/32 meg. Pure. Looks like it's a pretty nice card, actually. Sorry if my voice is going in and out. It's the result of the whatever the hell is inside of me. Life, I guess. Okay, let's try this out. I guess if I was a more serious streamer, I would have like audio warnings. You have a comment, and then I could just use AI to respond to it immediately. Well, why would I use AI for that? Oh shit! This is not going in here. It's like kind of half fitting. I'm not even sure what. Is it, I mean, it's a brand new cable. Looks like it has a hole in it. Okay, well, for now, we're gonna just scrap that, and we're gonna grab this one. Okay, I mean it's just to get it going. I will obviously revisit a proper UDMA cable or whatever they're called. It's been a while. The 80 pin cable, if the motherboard supports it, and so does the drive, then I shall equip it with such a thing. I'm experiencing problems with putting a IDE cable in. I do not understand this. Oh, all right. I think I know what happened here. Yeah, okay. Someone pulled it out this way or this way, and it bent the outgoing pins. So I'm going to assume that the hard drive is set for master. I don't know. It was in this case when I got it. And I know that the CD-ROM is set for slave. So we will set that up here. Good. All right. Now, hopefully at this point, 1997 called back and said, hey, your PDF is downloaded. And it is! Huzzah! All right. Control F is here. Just slide this down here. You can see what I'm trying to do here. P3V4X. So this is a 4X AGP. I don't know if that video card actually does support 4X AGP. But what we're going to do is front panel. Nope. Front panel is okay, good. Okay, let's see what. Thing is, I actually printed this out like a month ago. Maybe even more than that when I was testing it. But I think my kid took it and was doing math problems on the back of it. And I was like, all right, no, that's cool. You can do that. But I saved a piece of it for me to find it now. Front panel. Ah, here we go. Yes, I found it. Okay. Well, you can't see it, but I have. Okay. Power LED 17. I don't care about the LED. I just need to know where the damn switch is. All right. Panel ISA slot. ISA slot? Oh, cool. Wow. We've got an ISA slot. Great. If I had an ISA sound card, I'd put that in there instead. But I do not. But you can, future buyer of this computer, perhaps. All right. What are we looking at here? Floppy, channel, panel. Okay, yes. So tell me. 17 connector set. Okay, so show me a thing of that. Okay, that tells me the motherboard. Okay. Great. This is fantastic. Yes, I can see that it's panel. Maybe I just look for the word power. 161 entries. Okay. No. Okay. Panel again. Power LED. Page 40. Okay, page 40. We're off to a good start. Page 40. Page 40. 50. 46. 44. 42. Power connection procedures. 40. Ah, here we go. Okay. All right. So where is the requires an ATX power supply? Check. Keyboard lock, speaker connector, power LED, message LED, reset switch, everything but what I'm looking for. SMI lead. Key lock, ground, power switch. Aha. Okay, so it's good. Oh, it's in the middle. Power switch and ground. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ground is right beside it. Okay. So 1, 2, yeah, all right. Okay, well, let me reset let me see what you guys are seeing, because I need to refocus this every single time I do this, because I ain't a pro. All right. Live stream is here. Okay, there we go. Cool. So that was this and this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I short these, it should just turn on. The power supply's trying to do something here. That's right by the speaker, right? Wait a minute. Is this right? Yeah, okay. So that's... Oh! It's because it's upside down. All right. So it's going to be these ones. All right, the orientation is reversed. There we go. Hey, stops happening. All right. Let's see if we have some video output. What do you say? Are you going to cooperate with me today? Bump. Yes. Haha. All right. Well. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a post. We're in BIOS. Nice. I can hear a hard drive is spinning. The fan is going. Is the PSU fan going? It is. Okay, good. So I'll have to connect all that shit up later. But let's take our monorail keyboard and let's see if we can. System date 01/01/1998. Well, since we have a new battery, we can set the date appropriately to May 7th. I don't remember. I think this is the day. Oops. That's month. Okay, a month, day, year. Yeah, of course. That's what the free will uses. All right, 5. Can we tab? Okay, and what 7? Okay, I can only go backwards for some reason. I mean, I probably could go forward, but and then 1998. Oh crap! Now I have to go forward. Oh, there we go. Reverse shift. 2026. I don't think this computer ever thought it would still be alive at this point. Legacy diskette A 1.44. None for B. Oh, the time also. 10:47. So 20, I think. 22. 22:47. We'll go backwards this time. 47. Okay. Oh, right. Great. Found the hard drive. 80 gigabytes. Primary slave, HL DTST. Yep, good. Oh, right. Everything. Install 128 megs. I mean, I might need to throw some more RAM at this later on. I think for a period correct build, this is fine. But it's what do we got here? We got a wow. Yeah, no, I knew it worked. It's just, it's been a while since I've got this thing going. Okay, so that looks good. We're gonna do manual. Manual is our 433. We're just gonna set it at 433. This is a very overclockable CPU, by the way. This is the one that you want. Yes, it's a Celeron, but it's a Mendocino Celeron, so there is that as well. So I think we're good. Let's see if this thing can boot. I/O device configuration. We're not swapping the disk access. That's fine. Onboard parallel ports. IRQ7. That needs to stay because there is a sound card that's going in the system as well. Read write. PCI configuration. We'll leave everything in auto because defaults are fine for now. Yeah, that's my voice going. That'll happen. All right, and the keyboard features. Keyboard auto repeat rate. This is strange. I remember it used to be like auto repeat rate. I don't auto repeat delay, quarter second. I want the least amount of delay. Okay, whatever. This is fine. Let's save configuration and exit. I don't think there's any OS on this system. I think it's just whatever is. Well, let's find out. I mean, we test the floppy. We can run some rudimentary diagnostics on it. I'm just gotta find that. DOS. No, maybe not DOS, but we can do a check it. That's too old for the system. Oh, USB driver. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Floppy disks fail. Is the floppy light on? It is. Okay. Yes. All right. So the cable is backwards. That's why it's telling you that the floppy has failed. If you put these at SSI, that's what I want. If these floppy drives are connected backwards, they will give you the middle finger and say nope. So yeah, what do we have here? Hardware info and informer. Perfect. Okay. Well, we'll run some basic diags on it. I need to turn this off. No, it's gonna be a bitch to turn this back on again. So I'm just gonna pull the power cable out. Bop. All right. And then in so doing, I'm going to reverse the floppy because the floppy is the only thing that actually will work at this point. Because I have no idea what's on this hard drive. It could be a full-on Windows 98 installation. It could be Windows NT. It could be, nothing, which is probably what that is. So let's have a look. Okay, floppy drive is connected correctly this time. I have to remember what I did here to turn this on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Oh, so what I did is basically just, this is a conductor. Just, we'll get the buttons working later. Oh, bomb. Okay, good. Let's see. Oh. Windows 98. Don't have a mouse. Great. Okay, well that's fantastic. Oh, it's setting itself up. Oh crap! I should have put a mouse in here. Windows 98 is now. Yes. Okay, I remember this. Yes. I stuck this drive in, and it was. I took it out of another system that I was building, and I put that in here while it was doing the plug and play. I mean, I guess you guys can hang around and watch it. What time is it? It's not even 11. Okay, perfect. All right. Oh, yes. So many floppy disks. Yeah, buddy. If you want to see something cool, here, let me see if I can take this camera off. And so there's a bunch of them on my desk there. There's some 5 1/4s that are there. And then I literally have like 400 or 500 of them in the crawl space. So yeah, no, they're there, man. They're there. I interfaced. My 7-year-old kid knows about floppy disks. Okay, the date is correct. I don't have a mouse. Crap! I should have plugged one in. All right, let's do minus Eastern time. What are we at? Not Central. Come on, man. What? Yes, that one. Okay, good. This is great. I mean, the Windows is mostly set up. That's amazing. I wonder if I have all my games on here. Let's really try to access that floppy drive. Okay, updating system settings. All right, well, what I would like to try is that mouse. Donde está el mouse? And then obviously I'm going to try to. I'm not going to try. I will put this 80-pin cable in because I'm doing this hard drive a disservice by running it with just 40-pin. Good, so the floppy drive works. We'll boot out to DOS after this is done. I literally didn't expect this to just pick up and go. Right? Didn't even need to use the postcard. That's great stuff. Right. Here's a mouse. Really wish I could angle this camera a little bit better. It's just hanging by like the gas line to my, I guess, my water heater. Yeah. So. Okay. Obviously not going to plug this in now, but next time it asks me to do a reboot, I'm going to plug this in and see what happens. Okay, recap. I mean, I guess at this point, what remains to be done is to screw the motherboard down, get the sound card, IDE cable, connect all the front headers because none of them are connected. There's no lights on here. I was gonna say install Windows 98, but it looks like it's just happening. So that's good. And then, I guess clean it up a little bit. Tighten all these screws. Wow. I mean, that went as expected. I think most of my videos do end up working. It's just cool that this whole tech just, it just works still. Like everyone's always about like, oh, put it on the cloud and do all that. Oh, restart now. Okay, perfect. Restart now. Bam. Take the power cord out because I'm a savage. All right, let's connect that mouse in through the port and see if it takes it. Okay, power supply back in. short it. I'll show you guys how I do that. Just take this metal conductor and put it here. There it is. And once we were installed Windows 98, apparently, that was such a shortcut, amazing. We can run some. During the last boot up, your system hung for an improper CPU speed setting. Well, did it really? I mean, yeah, I don't think it did, but I yanked the cable out. I guess. We'll run some diagnostics, and then it'll be up to me to connect everything nicely. Obviously, screw everything down. Like I said, get that ID cable going. Windows 90. I was not expecting this. I was expecting to end the video as soon as seize the hard drive. All right, I'm gonna spare you the boredom of having to, do Windows 98 things. Oh no! Oh, it doesn't like it. Oh, that sucks. It doesn't like my little adapter through the PS2 port. So it's going to get the Dell mouse, which requires another reset. Which I guess is fine. Because we can just drop into DOS mode. Unknown device. I remember this. Default monitor, yeah, you're going to get a better one. There's a CRT like directly behind this mod, actually. Just move this out of the way. You can see it there on the table. Yeah, it's right here. Somebody cut the cable off of it, so that's going to be another job for me to get it going. All right, well, my only viewer here has left, so yes, it's a good time to leave, because after this it's going to be pretty boring, and it's not going to last that much longer. So we've got some stuff here. I guess we could drop to DOS mode and use some of these floppies. Probably NSSI. You know what? Let's see what's on this drive. Come on, man. We have nothing. Okay, just Windows. Okay. So we're going to copy NSSI. That's going to be the one that I want to hear the most out of. ND NSSI. A drive. General failure? ¿Por qué? Okay, I guess I just had to take it out and put it back in. That's what she said. All right, copy. X copy. I'm wondering why it's not asking me for a file or directory. Interesting. Perhaps it's already there. Okay, great. See. That was quick. Okay, yeah, what do we have here? So we have a PCAT compatible ISA plus PCI and AGP. Obviously, those things are all there. That 4X Celeron A. Yeah, the Mendocino. Very good. NVIDIA SVGA. NVIDIA. I mean, it says it's branded, but okay, sure. 32 megs. Memory, 128 megs. We're going to have to do something about that. I'm going to bump it up to at least 256. 80 gig hard drive, which was a bit big for the time, but it's what was in here / what I had. No mouse detected. Yeah, I hear you there. 2 serial, 1 parallel, 0 game ports, which will be rectified when I put the CT4780 or something like that in there. What else do we have here? No network card, and I do not want one because it'll just slow the hell out of it down. Software not detected. That's probably like memory management and stuff like that. All right, well, let's do some benchmarks. Let's see what this thing can do. Alt B. Okay, CPU performance. Well, that's interesting. It's at the level of a K6-2300. I may have to do some optimizations here. And it is much slower than an Athlon 600. Yes, that would make sense. I wonder if that's the lack of the cache that's doing that. But yeah, this is actually this motherboard will overclock that CPU heavily. I'm not interested in that for the sake of this video, but it can be done. I suppose. What else can you check out here? It does have it's recognizing Windows 98 SE. The hard drive is recognized. Is the CD-ROM recognized? I think it said something about that here. Details. Processor, video, memory, drives. Tappy drive. All right, let's check that out. Let's check out that pseudo SCSI drive. Disk is a WD800. It's not a Raptor. I remember those. I paid good money for my Raptor. Yes. Okay. So it does see the CD-ROM. Excellent, and it sees the Phantom floppy drive. Yes. If you go out in DOS and do B, insert floppy disk for B, and it'll still see it. Right. Okay. Maybe we'll do another quick hardware info and we'll call it a night. I think this is a pretty successful start. But yeah, we'll see what's going on. Hardware info. Let's make a directory. Hardware info. B. This monorail keyboard's pretty good. I like the tactile feed. Copy star.star to C:// What did I just make? Hardware info. Hardware info. Good. And then I think the last test I want to do is let's see if we can get a mouse going in Windows. So we're going to have to turn this off again. Bow, bow. All right, so to summarize, we have a compact 200-watt power supply powering a P3V 4X motherboard with a 32 meg AGP video card. Floppy drive is working. Obviously, the CD-ROM, I have not tested it, but even if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. I have like 80 of them, so maybe not 80, but I have 8 of them. So that's fine. And the IO shield is nice and good in there. Looks pretty good here. Obviously, we're gonna have to reconnect these. There we go. It's using the old metal toothpick, metal file. So now the mouse is connected, so we can get rid of this one. Unfortunately, this one is not compatible. Okay, let's press pause there for a second. Invalid system disk, of course, because I left the... All right. Okay, so it'll tell you a little bit of about the system itself. It says 433 with 128K cache. Yeah, so this is not the shit chip. This is one that this is actually a good chip. I mean, what does that mean now? But in, I guess, 1998, 1999, it's like the 46 SX 25. That was like kind of like, why would just like the 386 DX4 can beat that? But the SX25, I think like something like 90% of them were overclockable to 33 just by literally moving a jumper and moving the FSB from 25 to 33. So this is like the next gen of that. Next gen. We went through 46, then there was a Pentium, there was Pentium 2. I would say this is probably Pentium 3. Yeah, that's the next gen of it. Yeah, baby, we got a mouse. Yeah. Look at that. That's working. Unknown device. You're going to find a driver for the PS2 compatible mouse board. Yeah. I'm getting too excited. All right, cool. All right, so we got a system. We got a system. We got something that's working. So let's have a look at the system. None of the drivers are loaded. I can guarantee that. Does this have a USB? It does. Beautiful. I'm going to be putting in my favorite Windows 98 USB driver mass storage hack, which will see any key as a drive without having to put the drivers in it for every single time you put a drive in. You know what? Let's just do it now. Let's just do it right now because I'm talking about it and I have it and I'm in system. So we're going to remove USB root hub and everything else that is associated with it. And what do we have for display adapters? Standard PCI. Okay, so yeah, that didn't load any drivers. Obviously, none of the drivers are loaded. We'll do a quick look at what's on the C drive. Hardware in front SSI, no games. No, okay, so I got to pull this drive out and put it into my. I guess I'll show you guys this machine. This is my machine of, I don't even know what this is. It's some sort of AMD. But it has SCSI, it has USB, it has floppy drives, it has optical drives, it has a library of everything I've ever owned on it. And when I make these systems here, I usually just take the hard drive out of this computer, and put it in that computer, and I copy everything over to it, like the what would I copy over there? The games, the antiviruses, the diagnostic software, all that stuff. So what was I doing? Oh yes, I was doing this. NUSB 36E. This is a lifesaver. So we're going to run it straight from floppy. You probably just hear that. Don't. Okay. Well, this mouse is nice. It's moving. All right, cool. So now I have to reset the system. Yep. Take the floppy out of the drive. So so floppy drive works. It was already in there, which is nice. No, this is going to be a pretty good budget build, I think. The case is weird. I don't know why the hell it's using Robertson screws. But if you're going to just put it on the floor and just care about the front of it, then that's probably fine. All right, so now it's going to load up the database files for the driver that I just put in. My voice sounds so weird. Even I can hear it now. I'm getting too excited. Maybe I should just go to bed. I'll turn on that fireplace over there and get that going. All right, what do we have here? Now if I do system, it should just say, this mouse is nice. Okay, so it reloaded all those drivers. Okay, cool. All right, so I think we're going to stop it here. A is not accessible, yes, because I took it out for boot up. Obviously, the drivers, DirectX, need to be loaded. The sound card. Where are you at? The sound card needs to be put in. Front panel header has to be assembled. Obviously, I said that I would do the 80-pin IDE cables. It'd probably increase the speed of this a little bit. Clean it up, and I'm just happy that it's together and that I've already got Windows 98 on it, which is fantastic. And more RAM, yes, and definitely more RAM. Although 128 was I don't say that's a minimum, but that was I guess a good amount for 1999. I remember I had Pentium 233. Yeah, I had that in 1999. I went straight to P3 after that. And I think that thing had that thing had either 64 or 90. I think I had 96 megs of RAM. Yeah, so that thing had, less than this, but I don't know if I can find another. Well, there's two extra ports here. So if there's 128, so there's 264 pieces in there. If I can find another 64 megabyte SD RAM or a 128, I'll stick that in for a nice 256. I mean, otherwise it's kind of underutilized. So yeah, no, I'm just wow, this is great. This came out great. I'm quite happy with this build. This is fantastic. And again, because like I'm literally just putting it together from whatever I have left over. This is going to be a budget build, so somebody will be quite happy with this. I think they're going to spend a ton of money on it, and also there's an ISA slot right there. So if you don't like the CT4780 that's in there, you can put a CT2700 in there. All right. Anyways, that is all. I'm going to go to bed. I got to work tomorrow. So, buenas noches. Dobranoc I spotkamy was następnym razem. Also, wow, right on the 1 hour mark. Perfect.